this is something I have heard. There is rumors of a Pascal Siakam for DeJounte Murray trade going on. And the way that this trade works out is I'll bring it right up here and we'll do it on Fanspo. And with this deal, all right, the way that it works is, sorry, for some reason the Bucks came on. You got yourself a guy like here. I personally think for Pascal Siakam, you would have to trade DeAndre Hunter and DeJounte Murray in this deal. And then we'll say they give them 1 first-round pick down the road, okay, from 2029 unprotected, and then throw them 2 second-round picks, 1 from next year from Miami and another from the Clippers in 2027, okay? And you have them send you – right now you're sending in $38 million and 3 picks to the Raptors. Raptors have right here Pascal Siakam. You do this trade straight up, and it works. And this trade, if we just zoom out to show everyone, this trade, the way it works is the Hawks actually save about $400,000, and they actually get better offensively and defensively and improve by 1 win share. The Raptors would lose 1 win share and basically not get better, but they get themselves a point guard who they can re-sign. They get a guy in DeAndre Hunter who has good potential still and is on a fair deal. They get a first-round pick unprotected in 2 seconds for Pascal. I personally think this is a very realistic trade. I want to hear your thoughts down below. Is this not realistic?
I don't really love it for the Raptors.
I don't love it for the Raptors.
There's way too.
There's
Scotty,
1 first-round pick, and it's in
DeAndre,
5
OG.
years, 6 years.
And if I want to rebuild around Scotty, then I don't want Murray.
Well, if you do this trade, you're not rebuilding. You're still a playoff team.
Yeah, and also, like, I don't want – like, if I'm going to get a first-round pick, the only first-round pick I'm getting is in 6 years, where by that point, none of the core is going to be on my team anymore.
Also, the Raptors don't own their
maybe
pick this
Scotty.
year.
Except for maybe Scotty, nobody – like, getting a first-round pick in 2029, their core is not going to be there. They're going to be a completely different team by that point. I guess they could maybe flip it for somebody else if they wanted to, but I don't love it for the Raptors.
Yeah, that's what Thomas Perry says. I don't like it either. We would need to re-sign Murray. Plus, not stoked in Murray.
Somebody would come off. One of DeAndre, OG, and Scotty would come off the bench.
It'd be DeAndre.
Yeah. No, they would start all 3 of those guys. The starting lineup would be Scotty, Gary Trent, DeAndre Hunter, OG, and then Jakob Poeltl.
Wait, what?
DeAndre Hunter,
yeah,
or OG could play power forward. DeAndre Hunter plays power forward sometimes.
Oh, so but
so I'm saying you run Gary Trent, Scotty, OG. Oh wait, well DeJounte's gonna have to start. Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's right,
yeah. So Gary, you would make Gary Trent out of all of them your 6th man because he's played that role before. So it'd be DeJounte Murray, Scotty Barnes, OG Anunoby, DeAndre Hunter, Jakob Poeltl, Gary Trent Jr. is the 6th man. Then you got Otto Porter, Chris Boucher, Thad Young, Precious Achiuwa.
Seems like a pretty redundant roster still.
Yeah.
I just don't see who would it then. Would you want DeAndre taken out for Bogdan? Do you want – I just don't – do you think that's the better option?
I'd take Sadiq. I'd take Bogdan.
Sadiq's also, I believe – is Sadiq still a free agent? Or no, he's a free agent next year, right?
I believe he's a free agent next year.
What about if you switch out Bogdan for Hunter and they throw in like –
That is true. It'd probably be a 3-team trade and Hunter would go elsewhere and
the only other team I could see Hunter going elsewhere to is like the Spurs, where the Spurs would be like, oh, Hunter, you fit what we need. And you send him there, and then
Doug.
Yeah, Doug would be
Devontae Graham.
I guess you would. So let's redo this trade. It doesn't work because they would take on $15 million more in salary than they would be giving up. So
you can take Doug out of that if I'm getting Bogdan. But then for the Spurs, then you're pretty much just trading. They got a steal in that scenario.
That's what I'm saying.
Trading Devontae Graham for DeAndre Hunter.
like at this point, you would think that maybe the Spurs would go, okay, here's Atlanta's first in
Why don't
2025.
the Rockets hop in this trade and give me a shooter?
I just don't think like right here, if you're moving DeAndre Hunter, I guess maybe you send Doug McDermott and Devontae Graham, and now this trade looks like this.
Yeah. I mean, like the Hawks just get out like bandits in this trade.
They do get out like bandits, but now
So nobody would agree to this.
Yeah.
Would agree to this. The
But
Hawks
we just-
the Hawks just win.
Oh no, I think everyone wins except the Raptors because the Spurs are like, buy Devontae Graham, buy Doug McDermott.
The Spurs only get DeAndre Hunter. They give up a first round pick
for DeAndre Hunter and to move
I
off of
guess.
negative contracts. They have to give up the first round pick because they get off of Devontae Graham's
So
money.
they win by subtraction, but they don't win. They don't add any meaningful. Like DeAndre Hunter isn't a meaningful player.
But imagine a lineup. You make Devin Vassell your point guard. Okay, you have Keldon Johnson, DeAndre Hunter, Jeremy Sohan, and Victor Wembanyama. That is some fucking size.
Yeah, that's a lot of size. I mean, that's just DeAndre Hunter doesn't. I don't really know. I don't really think he's what the Spurs. I don't think he's what they need, man. I guess they would move Devin Vassell to point guard, man. I guess. Obviously the fucking Raptors lose. Like, at least they get picks, but like the Hawks obviously fucking win this trade. So like this would never happen.
Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.